Have you ever wondered if the world around you is not what it seems? From the tragic death of Princess Diana to the mysteries of 9/11, the human mind has a knack for weaving tales that turn seemingly clear events into intricate webs of intrigue. In this video, dive with us into the top 10 conspiracy theories that have fascinated the world. Are they mere flights of fancy? Or are there hidden truths waiting to be unraveled? Let's uncover the tales that have captured the imaginations of millions. In a world brimming with mysteries and unknowns, always question, always seek the truth, and always remember, sometimes fact is stranger than fiction. Do you ever wonder who really shot John F. Kennedy in 1963? Was it Lee Harvey Oswald? Well, that's the official narrative. But wait a minute. Wasn't there talk of a second shooter hanging out on the grassy knoll? Here's the thing. JFK's assassination opened the floodgates to countless theories. There are books, movies, and articles all spanning different tales. Oswald's fate was that he was killed 2 days post-assassination in a police basement by a guy linked to the mob. There are many possible puppet masters behind the assassination. They range from Fidel Castro or his opposers to the Mafia, CIA, and even then Vice President Lyndon Johnson. When you're the president, it's safe to say that you've made a few frenemies along the way. Despite the tidal wave of conspiracies, the official Warren Commission report found no signs of a grand plot. But like all juicy stories, this one isn't going away anytime soon. So, lone gunman or elaborate conspiracy, the debate rages on. The world was in shock when Princess Diana, the beloved people's princess, tragically passed away in a Paris tunnel on August 31st, 1997. Many found it hard to believe that such a prominent figure could meet her end so unexpectedly. And come on, when we think of royalty, it's lavish banquets and old age that come to mind, not fatal car crashes. Now here's where it gets spicy. Mohammed Al-Fayed, a billionaire and the father of Dodi Al-Fayed, who also died in the crash, fueled the conspiracy fire. He insisted that British intelligence, under orders from the royal family, had plotted the assassination. This conspiracy wasn't just whispered in dark alleyways, it got serious attention. But after a thorough 2006 investigation, the theory was debunked. Clearly, the tragic accident was due to their driver's intoxication and the relentless chase by the paparazzi. Are you ready to dive deep into one of the most debated conspiracy theories, the mysteries surrounding 9/11? The sheer magnitude of 9/11, where nearly 3,000 lives were lost on a peaceful September day, combined with deceptions promoting ceaseless wars, has made it a hotbed for conspiracy theorists. The most explosive claim was that President George W. Bush's administration planned or knowingly allowed 9/11 to transpire, eyeing the rich oil reserves in Afghanistan and Iraq. This theory sprouts multiple offshoots. One suggests the World Trade Center's collapse was a result of a deliberate detonation. Another points fingers at a missile, not a plane, for the Pentagon's devastation. Are you wondering who's coming up with these theories? Multiple people were responsible for promoting 9/11 conspiracies, so watch out. Journey back with us to the days of the 1950s, where the flat Earth theory made its curious debut. Now, this might make you scratch your head, since even our ancient ancestors knew our home was round. The Greeks even busted out the math and measured Earth's circumference in the 3rd century. And let's not forget our space heroes, who've gazed at our round and beautiful blue marble from the vastness of space. Yet some are convinced that everything's a lie. For them, the horizon's straight line is proof enough. YouTube channels and online forums are brimming with them, devising unique physics to explain basics like gravity and lunar eclipses. Flat earthers are looking to turn centuries of knowledge on its head. Literally. Alright, space enthusiasts, let's launch into one of the wildest conspiracy theories out there. Did NASA really land on the moon in 1969? Or was it a hoax? By the 1970s, skeptics were raising eyebrows. Fueling the fire was a 1976 book, We Never Went to the Moon, America's $30 billion swindle, and a 1978 film, Capricorn 1. Fast forward to 2001, and even Fox was asking the question with its docu-feature, Conspiracy Theory. Did we land on the moon? So what do the skeptics say? Arguments range from the flag waving in a vacuum to the absence of stars in moon photos. But let's be honest for a second. If this was a hoax, how did we end up with man-made objects such as retro-reflectors on the moon? And why would scientists worldwide play along with NASA's so-called lie? While evidence supports the moon landing, this conspiracy theory is one small step for man, one giant leap for conspiracy kind. Today, we soar into the skies with one of the most debated conspiracies of the modern era. Have you ever gazed up and noticed those white trails behind airplanes? Most of us know them as contrails, short-lived streaks caused by plane exhaust condensing in the chilly atmosphere. But hold on to your tin hats. The chemtrails theory suggests that there's more to the story. According to the conspiracy, these aren't just innocent water trails. They're packed with sneaky chemicals released by governments. From secret biological warfare and sneaky population control to manipulating weather patterns and altering global temperatures. Because of this, cloud researchers suddenly found themselves in an episode of Breaking Bad. They can attest to the consistent harassment from those who think scientists are part of this weird plot. Even though a 2016 study tried to clear the air, many hardcore believers remain unshaken. Have you ever been to Denver International Airport and thought, what's with the decor? From red-eyed towering blue horses to warlike murals and baggage-guarding gargoyles. It's definitely a weird place. One might think Tim Burton decorated this place. Throw in the airport's financial overrun, and conspiracy theories were destined to take flight. Here's a famous story. The airport isn't just an airport. Some say it's the headquarters for groups like the New World Order or the Illuminati. Have you ever seen that funky floor inlay showcasing gold and silver? Rather than a hat tip to Colorado's mining legacy, conspirators are sure it's laying out breadcrumbs for a mysterious story arc. Perhaps season 9 of Stranger Things. And those peace-wishing murals, they claim that they are the warnings of a dictatorial future. Want to know the real kicker? The airport is supposedly built atop a massive 6-story bunker for the elite to escape the apocalypse. Despite the lack of concrete evidence and the mundane truth of underground transport systems and maintenance areas, some are convinced something dark lurks beneath. Dive into the world of the 80s and 90s, where hair was big and neon was a legit color. You'll stumble upon a wild theory: Satanists running wild, snatching and harming children. Sounds like a horror flick, right? But for many Americans, it felt terrifyingly real, even though it was baseless. The Devil Worship, Exposing Satan's Underground, was a 1988 TV special. This broadcast had everything: so-called Satanism experts, shaky stats, loosely connected crimes, and a lot of sensationalism. With a confident Rivera claiming that there are over 1 million Satanists in this country and hinting that they might be in your town, no wonder it was a massive hit. But where did this panic start from? Enter the 1980 book, Michelle Remembers. This tale revolves around Michelle, a woman recalling alleged satanic abuse memories, steered by a psychiatrist whom she later marries. Then, in 1983, brought the McMartin preschool trial. It started with one accusation and spiraled out of control, with children talking about secret tunnels and flying witches. However, the accused were ultimately acquitted or had charges dropped, and some spent years in jail awaiting the verdict. By 1992, the FBI had had enough. They reported that no evidence of widespread satanic crimes was found. However, some people still believe in this demonic theory. Stepping into our modern times, we dive deep into a conspiracy theory that's not just bizarre, but potentially lethal. There's a belief about COVID that's perhaps perplexing and dangerous. It says that the tried and true COVID treatments are the real culprits, taking lives instead of saving them. This belief has led to tragic tales of COVID-19 patients turning their backs on proven treatments like the antiviral remdesivir, all because they've been charmed by the allure of online alternative health gurus. And here's where it gets wilder. Brian Ardis, a one-time chiropractor turned podcast star, has been promoting a theory that makes your head spin. COVID-19 isn't a virus at all. No, it's snake venom. It was administered by none other than the Catholic Church and the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Imagine the Pope sneaking into rooms with snake venom syringes in hand. And as you'd expect, Ardis doesn't just stop at the claims. He's promoting his brand of supplements to counterattack this imagined venom, which is COVID-19. Next on our conspiracy countdown is reptilian overlords. That's right, there's a notion floating around that lizard-like humans are pulling the strings of global power. As wild as it sounds, believing in this theory has had some very dangerous consequences. Take the tragic case in Nashville, 2020. A man convinced of these lizard leaders set off a bomb, causing destruction and injury. But where did this reptilian ruler's theory sprout its scaly head? Some scholars trace its roots back to a 1929 pulp fiction story. However, it was the British conspiracy guru David Icke who really pushed the lizard narrative into the limelight. But wait, there's more. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022 churned the waters of this theory further. Social media platforms were awash with posts painting the Queen and the entire royal family as these elusive reptilians. Facebook had to step in, flagging and taking down these baseless claims. In a world brimming with mysteries and unknowns, always question, always seek the truth, and always remember, sometimes fact is stranger than fiction.